Hello, and welcome back to Monifactory. Last time we did just about everything in this room besides that, which to be more specific, included loot fabrication, this is simulation, as well as a new creation of biodiesel, cetane boosted diesel, and the things that go into it, as well as the incredibly loud noises above me. Ender air distillation, which is not passive because this would eat our power too much, and those really loud noises that were above me earlier. Between episodes, I did fix our hydrogen problem as I found a cool way to make hydrogen. While electrolyzing water takes a brief eternity, electrolyzing formic acid does not. And so this is mostly water, so it electrolyzes to hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. We send the oxygen and carbon back up here to make carbon dioxide, which reacts here with the water to make the formic acid, which we just electrolyze way faster than we would the water itself. I don't know why that works, but it does. And it also netted us a large byproduct of oxygen, which is not what I made this for, but I'm happy to have it. And look at how full our hydrogen is. Yummy. And then I forget if this was last time or not, but I also added some more little diode trees around the place. I need to do more still around here, but I think the trees are good. Or, well, I don't know if you'd call these trees, but these are good, I think. I just need to add more features. I've been sitting here for a while, I need to put a park there, and I needed to put the park there still. Or definitely over there for that matter. Look at how much empty space that is. It's just too much. I gotta do something about that. But I can do that later. No, for right now we have something better to do. That's right, it's the docket. Our end goal will be nanoprocessors, but to get to that point we have a lot of things to do. It'll probably just be easier to work backwards here. We need epoxy. To get epoxy, we need bisphenol A or BPA. We have the hydrochloric acid, but we do not have the acetone nor phenol required. We can make phenol with a Pyrolyse oven, but that doesn't feel like a very good thing to just, set up and do because there's better alternatives. Instead, we're going to be using the Pyrolyse oven for charcoal byproducts. I don't know if we can use charcoal for anything, but maybe we can. And we have a whole bunch of nitrogen now, so this should be all good. We can distill the charcoal byproducts into, primarily the main things here, are going to be wood tar and wood vinegar, as well as a couple byproducts of dimethylbenzene and wood gas. The wood tar can distill into phenol, as well as benzene and some other stuff. And the wood vinegar can distill into acetone, as well as a couple other things like acetic acid and methanol. Methanol, I think, is useful. I've seen this come up in a couple recipes, I think. That will let us make our BPA into our epoxy, which will let us make our new circuit boards. After that, we'll make nano CPU wafers and make nanoprocessors. Nanoprocessors are some really killer circuits. They make EV circuits really cheap. They make IV circuits marginally cheaper. And if we so desire, we can even make the fabled LUV circuit, which is important because there's a couple things that I actually do want with LUV circuits. This is a big one. This is a really big one. For example, with an IV emitter, which is a whole lot of stuff that we could theoretically maybe make, we can make advanced laser connectors. I believe these are totally wireless. Or, well, not wireless, but all the lasers are wireless, but interdimensional. They're like ender wires. They're ender chest wires, you know what I mean? And the other thing worth considering would be the power substation. I don't know what all goes into this, but I know that it requires LUV circuits, and, well, if we have LUV circuits, that's one less thing we need to make the substation, right? Although I imagine palladium is still going to be an issue, but again, we'll worry about that. That's not today. Anyway, let's get started with what we are doing today. And thankfully for us, we have a whole bunch of extra Canthal coils sitting around for that new Pyrolyse oven we need to make. Oh, and I forgot. I got the little toast pop-up. I did set up that quantum ring between episodes too, so now I can just do this wherever I want. Who needs to use a terminal? Everything is at my fingertips. And let me tell you, life is real good when everything's at my fingertips. Such as this Pyrolyse oven. Let me get the rest of the multi-block. I'm not going to make you watch me craft all this stuff individually. Behold, the silliest problem I've had in modded Minecraft. So I'm trying to put in this item card. Are you dude? No. Hold on. Okay. That's what's been happening to me for I pause the recording for 5 seconds and it makes me look like an idiot. Oh, this game's funny sometimes. What? Why was it fine that time? Alright. I wonder if I can make it like relax on the, I mean, probably the thing to do is just to get like a filter. Let me just go get like a filter. Okay, well, we've got charcoal byproducts, and we've got a lot of charcoal. Now I just need storage. Well, really just storage for the charcoal. The charcoal byproducts don't really do anything unless I want to put it in like a tanker's lantern. It's just going straight to a distillation tower. So I think we need 3 distillation towers. We need a 4 slicer, a 5 slicer, and a 6 slicer. Yeah, I think we've got headspace for that. Okay, it's been a very long cut since my last unpause. I've been trying to figure out why this is happening. Why do I get like 6 RF per tick here? What? Like I at first I was told, you know, if you have the FE P2P into a, you know, an RF storage like this cell here, you know, it should be, you know, better, right? Like, you know, it doesn't go well into the laser nodes. That's fine. It makes sense. But clearly that's not the issue, right? The other side's not the problem because it's inserting just fine. It's extracting just fine. These are all the end steel ones, which is like 4 amps of IV, or EV, excuse me. So this should be extracting more than it can do, and it's not extracting this. What is going on? It just doesn't work? Just doesn't feel like it? Taking an off day or something? I really don't get it. Like, normally I'm kind of the opinion where it's like, oh, if I don't get it, it's probably I'm just like misunderstanding something, but like, no, right? Like, this is supposed to work. There's no issues. It's not working. It just works at like 1/1000th of the speed that it should. Am I crazy? And you want to see something really crazy? Check this out. So you see how it's really slow? So if we go into creative mode, because I've seen a lot of people will say that, oh, if you put an energy cell, it'll make the P2P go faster, right? That turns it off. How? What on earth could that change? That's what I want to know. Is like, genuinely, what on earth does this change? And then it just goes back to like giving me like, what? What are we talking about? Boy. Oh boy. Yeah, so auto crafting has just been like not working because of this. Like, it just doesn't turn on. The blast furnaces over here at MV, they were working earlier, but now I can't turn on the 4th one because I don't know. I'm getting really aggravated. The fact that this has been a problem so frequently, despite me doing, to my understanding, everything right. And every time I look for a solution, I just get someone being like, well, that's because you're doing it wrong. You should make a giant combustion engine everywhere you go. Just make a new combustion engine for every setup. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, am I insane? This isn't how it works in Nomifactory. Like, the other 2 versions of this pack for 1.12 and I guess also 1.12. Why is it like, yeah, in Monifactory you just need to like shut up and, you know, do fuel transfer, but in Nomifactory it's fine. You can just do whatever you want with the conduits or like P2Ps or whatever. Is it just like the endgame difference? Is it just endgame is better in that version and that's the reason? I don't know. It's really driving me insane, I'll tell you that much. And I don't know what to do to fix that problem, because it seems like every solution I try just doesn't work. Oh, by the way, these energy cells were here. I tried adding another one to see if maybe that would increase the throughput, but no, it still gets like 6 RF a tick. I really don't know why. The RF transfer is supposed to be 15,000. Like, the other thing is, this is also not 15,000 in and out. Like, this pulls faster than 15,000, which makes sense because this can extract 32,000. You know, maybe this is just the auto input output, right? I just... This whole thing's been driving me mad. Maybe EU P2Ps are the way to do things. Maybe that's what I should be doing. And maybe I should just be using, like, EU P2Ps and then doing like another converter step like on site to swap to FE and then back from FE to EU whenever I need to do anything. But now it's like I have to use 2 converters per setup to potentially maybe get around the fact that this just doesn't work. I'm gonna check some configs real quick, I guess, and see if turning off the power tax does anything. If that's my solution, then, you know, sue me, whatever, right? Like, evidently, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing this right, and I really don't know what I could be doing wrong here. Okay, so I loaded back into the world. I probably should be somewhere with more light. I loaded back into the world, and the energy cell that was down there, I got rid of it because of reasons I'll explain in a moment. But it was immediately filled up, and I tried, you know, running some stuff, and these all immediately filled up because I removed the energy tax entirely from FE P2Ps. So I think that's just what I'm gonna do, because something tells me, and I could be wrong, you feel free to eat me up in the comments for this one, I don't think 2.5% of my power should turn 16 amps of EV power into 4 RF per tick. I could be wrong, maybe my math is off, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, I'm open to being wrong, but I'm not. So don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. Anyway, I went and made 9 more stacks of stainless steel, and it's almost all gone instantly. So that sucks. Oh well. But yeah, so if turning off the P2P tax makes me a cheater, well, I guess I'm cheating. Maybe next time they should make something that works. Anyway, I need a lot more fluid drawers, I think. I also think I need some more lighting in this little area right here, but we are now distilling our charcoal byproducts into all these wacky materials like dimethylbenzene and wood gas. Those are the only 2 we're actually not using, at least right now. Maybe I should have picked a better couple examples. I'm such a genius. Look at that hidden lighting. You would never know it's there if I didn't, you know, like heavily imply it. Anyway, I think this should start both of our distillation towers pretty easily. Yes, look at them go. Look at all these wacky chemicals we now own, like toluene and more dimethylbenzene. I almost just said dimethylbenzene as if we, you know, didn't have that already. Let's see, what other cool stuff do we get here? We get water. That's good, right? We like that. Maybe I should see what this wood gas is for. Most of it is nothing really that impressive. It's a lot of CO and H, and we have a lot of CO and H. Like, I don't really need more carbon monoxide or hydrogen or carbon dioxide or ethylene or methane. We make all of this stuff. We don't need more. So that one will get a void upgrade. All right, upgraded and filtered. Filtered for voiding, I mean. Voiding overflow, rather. So we don't actually get a ton of acetone. We get like a little bit, but I don't think we need like a lot. 1 bucket per bucket of BPA. And 1 bucket of BPA per bucket of epoxy. Ooh, not great. Yeesh. Okay, well, we have 7 buckets almost of epoxy then. How much epoxy do we need for, like, stuff? It's a little over 1/8 of a bucket per board. Well, I mean, we haven't really been here that long, so maybe that's fine, actually. Okay, I feel better about that. I'm also considering moving these combustion engines. I've also learned you can wall share them, which is news to me. So if I do move them, I'll probably move them to like right here on this little array here. And I feel like that'll be a decent amount of space for, gosh, what'll that be, like 6? Yeah, roughly 6. And the BPA recipe also gives us diluted hydrochloric acid back, so we'll want a way to, you know, undilute this. So we'll need a distillery, I don't know, somewhere. And then the salt water, honestly, I'll just make another ender tank and hook this up to the one at the fluid drilling rig. And thank goodness all this stuff takes sodium hydroxide because I have like 1 billion of this. Alright, let me go get a couple LCRs. Dude, how is this happening again? I'm like actually so irritated by this. I'm so sick of this. Like, there's no reason it should be producing no power here. This is a linked P2P. Like, why is it just giving nothing? There's no reason it should be giving nothing. What is going on? Just didn't feel like it today. Did I forget to put like the card in or something? No. It's extracting and it should be extracting up there. Did I forget to link it? No, it's linked. I really, oh my God. And now it goes back up. Maybe I just do need the cell. Maybe that's all I need. It was going down a second ago, though. It was going down and quickly. Like, while it was crafting. What? I don't know. I'll just sit on it and hope it doesn't cause any more issues. And hopefully it's fine, because apparently everything just kind of is flippant today. Oh, right. I forgot an LCR step. Well, I guess I should add another LCR then, shouldn't I? This is dying anyway, too. Like, no, I'm actually, like, so bothered by this. I need to take a break. Like, I still get 3 blast furnaces, but I shouldn't get 3 blast furnaces. This is 4 amps of EV power, and I'm extracting, like, 8 amps worth. I should be able to do this. I don't... I'm really bent out of shape. I'll probably come back with those LCRs set up, but oof, oh my goodness gracious. I can't believe this happened again, by the way. I can't believe I'm ending the first segment of a video mad again. This is unbelievable. I have returned, and I have a new plan. In order to spite that which spites me, I have sought spite. I installed applied Flux. I felt like Flux networks would be a bit too cheaty, as that's like wireless power. So instead we're just going to make a different kind of P2P. Applied Flux has these Flux accessors. These are sort of like input and output buses for a ME power system. These ME-FE cells. I wish I could make a smaller one, as the main one is a bit too large for my liking. But, well, we'll live. Actually, how much power do we store naturally? I think that's 1.6 billion FE, right? And I think this holds like just over a billion. So I guess that's fine, actually. So I am going to pull away this battery buffer just to make things, fair is fair. And we're going to swap it out with an ME drive with exactly one 1K ME-FE storage cell. It is roughly equivalent to the amount of power we'll have. And I'll be able to run, instead of having these really disgusting P2Ps and LaserIO nodes, we'll just use Flux accessors. It's like FE P2Ps, except they work. I tested it. Trust me, I didn't want it to not work, and for me to look like even more of an idiot than I already do. The components aren't exactly expensive. I compared them to the 1K storage components. The prices here differ on the circuit that you use. For example, because we'd probably be using like HV or EV circuits, we'd get like 4 or 8. However, this is, not part of Monifactory, so the recipes aren't changed. However, each of these processors does take an LV circuit, so it's kind of like 1 LV circuit per one of these. So we get the crummy recipe, which I think is fair. We also need a couple of redstone crystals, which are pretty cheap. They're just like skystone and redstone and some fluix. It's no big deal. I suppose I actually need to make a drive, don't I? We also need some hardened insulating resin. I feel like that should be hardened, like a past tense. Whatever. This stuff's pretty cheap. It's just like water and some like nonsense. There we go. And now I need like, oh geez, what are these? Like a dozen of these? Oh, these are an energy processor each. Okay. I guess I should set some patterns for these. So the energy processors require the energy circuits, which needs these charged ones, which is, just a charging step. We can't do this in a Gregtech machine because this isn't part of the pack, so we'll just have to, sit and cry. But we also need the inscriber energy press, which I believe we can... Oh, we just get this in a charger. Okay, so I guess we just need to get a charger for all of this stuff. I guess that makes sense. We're fluxing things. I will say, though, this is going to be quite a lot of redstone. This is a block per one of these little crystals. And each accessor is going to need, 2 processors. So, 2 blocks of redstone. Oh, I guess 2 blocks of redstone isn't, that bad. It's, kind of bad, though. So we'll set the drive here. Our first and only drive. At least for right now. Oh, it's green. I didn't know they were color-coded. Cool. We'll set the accessor here. Like this. And I think it works. I believe Gregtech cables turn into FE automatically. Let's find out. Nope. Oops. Maybe I didn't hook it up right, but let me double check. No, I might need a converter. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just steal this converter. That feels probably better. So like this, and soft mallet. Oh, it changed noise. Still, oh wait, what? Huh? No, it's filling. What? What? What is it filling? Huh? I'm so confused. What is this filling? The stored power is going down and at a decent rate. I suppose that makes sense. It's because we don't have power going into it. Where is it putting this? It's not going into these barrels, is it? That couldn't be the case, right? No. Where on earth could this be going? Very strange. Well, I suppose I should probably put power onto this. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay. Let me let me get an external cable, I suppose. What if I just like use a LaserIO node? Does that work? That feels like an external end cable. No. Oh, we're about to black out. Well, I think that's fine. We're not like running anything. I just need to figure out what counts as an external energy cable. Right? This is draining. I'm still like lost as to where on earth this could be storing energy. Where is this being put? Okay, well, first and foremost, I think I figured out why, you know, this isn't exporting it to the energy cells, because energy cells don't work like that. So let's turn this back on, just enough to get it running, and then we'll swap it back to this side. And it does still keep going? Yes, okay, it does feed off itself. Okay, good. I am still very confused as to where on earth this power is being stored. Does it go over a billion? I guess it's like 1.0 billion or like 1.02 billion. If it goes over 1.2 billion or 1.02 billion, I'm going to be extremely confused and a little I mean, I'm already a little concerned, but like very concerned. Yeah, no, it's still going up. Where on earth could this be storing power? Is there like a storage bus I'm missing or something? Because I don't want to be running this full tilt all the time. That seems like it would be bad. Wait, there's 2 drives. What do you mean there's 2 drives on the network? Where's the second ME drive? There's a second drive? Where on earth could there be a second ME drive? What? Oh, I think I have an idea. Did I forget to remove a testing thing? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. I left this here on accident while I was doing testing stuff. Okay, well, I'm going to delete these because this is fine. That will do that. And I'm going to move this to a place where I'll actually know where it is. And I should probably also get rid of this and this and replace it with one of these, like this. Okay, this goes here. This goes there. And I'm okay with filling up with power now. But it is like, what is this, probably like 4 or 5 billion. That's fine, I guess. I should probably also re-put these somewhere because the whole wall sharing. I think I talked about this before. So, yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go replace all my P2Ps with these Flux accessors, and they're going to be the little micro-block version because, well, the P2Ps are as well. Alright, everyone cross your fingers and let's find out in real time if I'm going to quit the pack. Can we do... Oh. Okay, let me make sure that I'm not, you know, being wrong first. Let me make sure that I'm not making a fool of myself. Device offline. That's not a good sign. Oh, I'm dumb. I was like, oh, you know, why is this going up 2 blocks? There's no reason for it to do that. Well, I figured out why there was a reason for it to do that. All right, well. Okay, see, that's the kind of mistake I think is hilarious, because that's just me being dumb, right? Like, I'm allowed to be dumb. I can laugh at myself if I'm dumb, and I can be happy with myself when things work, because they should work. Like 4 EBFs in a place that they really shouldn't be. Like, this should be like an HV or EV, not here. Whatever, don't worry about that. I'll fix it later. Anyway, we were working on LCRs, right? We're making BPA. I needed the Epichlorohydrin, that's right. That's what these were for. This one was for the Bisphenol. This one was for the BPA. This one can be epichlorohydrin. Yes. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, wow. It went like fast. That was like a 10-tick recipe. That was crazy. Okay, well, we are making epichlorohydrin. However, our BPA is being bottlenecked by our, I believe it's our acetone? Yes, our acetone. Oh, and our phenol, actually, both of them. Which I believe is largely being bottlenecked by our ability to actually run things through this machine right here, because this ate all of my wood instantly. Like instantly. So maybe I want like a dedicated greenhouse for this. Might be the play. Not entirely sure, but I suppose we don't need like a lot immediately. Oh wow, that drawer controller down there is actually like huge. I can get these. Well, that's good. Then these are going in, and oh, I need sodium hydroxide as well. Oops, forgot something. Okay, I fell for it again. I did this thing again, and it took it. However, I have a new idea. What if I do this? Does it still auto input, I wonder? Because it's like forcing down? Let's find out. It does. Wow, cool. And check it out, epoxy. And salt water, I guess, that I need to pump back via enter tank, but I'll worry about that later. Epoxy! Wow, epoxy. Let's cross a couple things off the list here. And so we have 8 buckets so far. How much do we like need on the regular? We need like, right, 1/8 of a bucket per sheet. I remember looking at this earlier. It's like 1/8 of a bucket per board. So like 1/8 of a bucket per like circuit step. That's not bad, I don't think. So we could get like a stack of the resin boards. I mean, that took us pretty far with the what boards did we use before this? The plastic boards. I mean, that's not terrible, and really the only thing we're missing is just like another greenhouse so that we can actually run that all the time. I just need to once again figure out where to put that. Maybe I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Or maybe I'll just overclock the old greenhouse or fertilize it finally, or both. I think both is probably the best idea. Anyway, I'm all over the place. So you can tell how much happier I am because I'm on like 18 tangents. Anyway, we are ovening in the logs, ovening out the gas, and BPA. Oh, that would actually, you know what would have been really, really hard if I went like BPA? Oh, foolish me. Oh well. Anyway, I'm a big anyway person. I think I've said anyway probably like 10 times in 30 seconds or something. Or at least 30 seconds of like, you know, video footage that you see. Anywhom, how about that? Is that better? Nano CPU wafers. Need the CPU wafers, which I'm not sure if we have any, just like laying around. That's wafter. No, but like, I mean, we're just like a laser engrave, right? Yeah. Oh, and we get actually like a lot. I'm gonna start doing that right now. We have like a lot of the phosphorus doped wafers, so let's just like send it. Huh? What? Oh, is it not clean yet? What? Huh? Is something... Oh, that's not where I meant to go. Nor here. This is closer. Darn it. I can't believe this. I'm going like every place I didn't even know existed. It said that. Here we are. So why is this not converting? The other ones are all working, right? Like I requested an LCR and it had no issue. Why is this not working? Like these are working. Weird. Okay, I just moved the laser node from HV over here. That'll do it. And it'll save us a Flux accessor. So that's probably, you know, for the best. Oh, and now it needs to clean. That's gonna be a little while. Well, I mean, not that long. It'll be a little bit. Is there anything else we're missing for these? Really just auto crafting steps? Oh, you know what? We need a, where is it? Carbon fibers. So we want an auto crafter for autoclaves and for an extractor. And those are very long overdue, so let me go make a couple HV machines. Actually, I'm just gonna take these. This is a good idea, I'm sure. Okay, clean room's clean. Everything's reset up, and I put in a whole bunch of patterns. So let's engrave some CPUs, wafers, CPU wafers. Oh gosh, this is gonna take forever in the chemical reactor. But I guess we do get, I mean, what was it, like 6? 8. We get 8 chips, and how many chips is it per processor? Oh, okay, that's like 16 circuits. Yeah, this is, oh, actually, no, the crafting itself then becomes the long part. All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's see if I can request some shiny new circuits. Go. Alright, it's making the glowstone real fast, making the carbon fibers real fast, making SMDs, wires, the nano wafer, the circuit boards. The circuit boards are really fast in that LCR. Let's go look at that CPU wafer. I mean, yeah, it's... yeah. Oh, here it comes, and there it goes. This is, oh. Oh my. Well, I'm glad I'm using distilled water, not normal water. That's, you know, better. Ugh. We'll do lubricant at some point. Don't worry about that. Actually, we have like a lot of creosote now, don't we? Do we use creosote for anything? Like at all? Treated wood. Is this used for anything? Oh, I hear the circuit fabricator going. It's a circuit assembler, not a fabricator. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Let's see if I can take it. Gotcha! Haha! Oh. Oops. Oh. Oh. Oops. Okay, well I did that, and that... okay, let me... I gotta grab a few things here. Nice! The best HV circuits that I can make. And I think that's technically forever. Except for when we can make them cheaper. But, you know, that's like... I mean, this is the best circuit, it's just, you know, it gets easier to make. You know how it is. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, but check that out. I think, like, this entire section now up here is done. And technically, we could start working on some assembly required, which is, like, really scary, but we're not even gonna look at this. I'm totally ignoring that for right now. I know better than to look at that. Because this is my current long-term goal, is multi-blocks. But we'll, again, worry about that shortly, because we have tungsten to collect before that, and tungsten, I know, is a process. Literally. However, before we begin such a process, yoink and yoink. Cool. I suppose I should probably change over all the circuit recipes now, shouldn't I? Let me do that, and we'll come back shortly when I, well, 1, edit some footage, but 2, see how much time we have left in the video. Hello, and we're back. But not for very long, as the episode's already quite long as it is. And I'm quite late on it as it is. I think I'll be moving the LCEs between episodes, and probably cleaning up this little basement between episodes. But also I want to get working on that between episodes. This is going to be a big old building to house a lot of passive EBF steps, because I hate waiting for ingots to do things naturally. Of course, naturally, there will probably be a lot of steps that go into making, you know, the dust that go into these EBFs, but, those can go somewhere else. Or maybe, like, on a 3rd floor or something. There's gonna be at least 2 floors of this, maybe 3. I don't know, I'll worry about it later. Anyway, we did everything on our docket, and I'm quite surprised. So thank you for watching. Next time, we'll do the stuff I've just talked about, and probably a little bit more, because I feel like passive EBFs probably isn't enough, but we'll see. And maybe I should go get some better coils first. Well, RTM is a little bit farther away than I thought it was. Yeah, I'll probably just use like Canthalor or Nichrome or something. Anyway, catch you next time. Hopefully, please, come back. I miss you. Bye-bye.